Alright. Exhibit A, right over here. Or as I'd like to say, Abomination A. There's B, way over there. And C, over there. Two little branches, if you'll notice. These aren't grown naturally out of the earth, but as you can tell, they were at once a growing tree. Or anybody who knows anything about the look of light poles and the cylindrical shape to them and how those used to be the trunks of trees. And yet this here is one of those cylinders, factory cut, to look like a tree. What in the hell is the world coming to when humanity in their masses decides that a grown tree is better off looking like a wannabe tree? And they're doing this over by where I live too, except for instead of 3 poles, it's 9. But they just haven't put the branches up yet. So I decided not to complain there, which I would be doing had they, which I will be doing in the future when they. But I had an idea that would make this actually worth the abomination that this is. And that would be, well, first off, I'd like to start by saying, anybody who's watched The Simpsons, you remember that episode where Lisa walks up, it's in the future, when Lisa's older, she walks up to this hologram, and it's not working. It's like flashing, like glitching out, and she goes up and she kicks it, and it starts working full, and in the little hologram she kicks it, says, "In memory of a real tree." And that's like the writer of the episode of The Simpsons' comical way of making fun of humanity, in how like the future will probably have like nothing but fake trees everywhere. Well, that's what's happening here. This is just the beginning of it. This is like probably something we'll be seeing a lot more places in the future, and a lot less real trees. All like the Animatrix walking robots, like you see it just at the beginning of it, and then like before you know it, 10 years later they're walking around like humans, and then 10 years later they're taking over. But anyways, what I wanted to say, which has nothing to do with any of that, is that a good idea, in order to make this comical, like in the movie, instead of just like, people think that that's actually like what trees should start looking like now. What would be good is if somebody made a bunch of ropes, a bunch of bodies hanging by nooses, and came out here in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning when nobody else is around, and hung a body by each branch on the very edge on each one. And then all the people in these houses over here, this is like right in the center of like where everybody in their house is, like in like a almost 360 degree horizon. This is like where everybody in a 360 degree, those are all houses everywhere when I turn in 360 degrees, thinks is a fitting site for all of these like would-be yokel Highlands Ranch food. But what would they do if they had hidden cameras in their houses when the morning came? When they look out their windows and see what looked like legitimate bodies hanging by their necks by the branches. As you can see, they could afford to be pretty heavy, because those branches are bolted in. Those are bolts. I don't know if this phone can pick that up, but those are bolts. And that means that they can hold at least, I I'd say at least 200 pounds. The only thing in this point would have to be anything we're worried about are the goodness of those branches, which look like they've probably been pretty worn down by bird shit. But I don't know, maybe they special chose branches. They're like, now these look like they are branches, not those fucking pieces of shit that trees actually grow. And that's the mindset of the person who put these in and said, yeah, now that's a branch. And they're like, they're pieces of wood. Pieces of wood that seem to be asking a lot for there to be more than the branch to be splitting in more than one direction, which is an outrage. If anything, a good-looking branch has like splits into at least 3 different directions. Most of these fucking branches go in one direction. Actually 2. Those ones over there split into 2 directions. Wow, and they're a sight. Go get Cletus and the slack-jawed yokels. Isn't that a sight? These Islands Ranch folk, they fucking love that shit. Alright, that's pretty much it. That's all I had to say. I don't, maybe we should fucking go get some supplies and make what look like human bodies. Maybe get some rubber masks, put them around like something blown up like a balloon with some durability to look like a head. And then for a body, put actual clothes that nobody needs anymore around. something light and cylindrical. And then of course put shoes on so that you don't have to like have something that doesn't look like feet. These are people that were hung with their shoes on. And then have some like rubber arms around like some logs so it looks like skin. So people are actually like, holy shit, they're looking through their binoculars and they're like, those are real people out there. Somebody went on a mass murder last night, or somebody was like storing up bodies in their house for like the last several years, and then when they made their, how many branches are out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When they finally made their 6th kill, the next night decided to come out here and put all the bodies on the put all the bodies out on the tree branches, hoping that nobody would see them, which nobody probably would at like 3 in the morning. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, this is a pretty nice flat field up here. This would be a good spot to get like a generator, like a fog machine, some spotlights, some strobe lights, and throw a rave and have some like music playing up here and have it be the Grateful Dead and have fucking bodies hanging from those branches. That would be awesome. The Grateful Dead, have one of those up here. Now the sad part is all I gotta do is tell this to the right person and they can probably make it happen. I just don't know who that person is. Alright, I'm done with my rant, this time seriously.